poeta.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eloquent Dance Group!
If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. Not just a speck in the universe, not just some words in a Bible verse. You are the living word. You're part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than we, bigger than the picture they framed us to see. But now we see it, and it ain't no secret, no. Understand the truth about that question in your soul. Look up, don't look down, then watch the answers unfold. Life is your birthright, they hit that in the fine print. Take the pen and rewrite it. Step out your estimate, step in your essence, and know that you're excellent. Rise. Spirit is teaching, no, I'm not just preaching, I'm taking my own advice. Let mama let you know. Mama's still trying, I can't get no days off. I don't get no days off, truly I'm feeling it. I had to say that thing twice. Trying to be a good wife, still really hard, I can't lie. But I promised you I would fight, so I fight. If you're feeling frustrated and you're sinking, I'm jumping in. Forgiveness is key because we're fighting something way bigger. You never lose, we are winners. I'll be the roots, you be the tree. That's on the fruit that was given to me. Legacy, we're part of something way bigger. Something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than we, bigger than the picture they framed us to see. Legacy, oh, you're part of something way bigger. Let love be the water I pour into you and you pour into me. There ain't no drought here, bloom into our actual powers. I'll be a sanctuary, you just don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. No matter how hard it gets, you got my blood in you, and you're gonna rise. You're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. Bigger than you, bigger than me, bigger than the picture that paint us to be. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, you're part of something way bigger. Know that you're excellent, rise. The spirit is teaching, no, I'm not just preaching, I'm taking my own. If you feel insignificant, you better think again. Better wake up because you're part of something way bigger. You're part of something way bigger. I'll be the roots, you be the tree. Pass on the fruit that was given to me. Legacy, we're part of something way bigger.
Oftentimes, the mind is flooded with realizations that were for some reason harder to come to when you were at a lower elevation. At this moment, most of you need some realizations because right now you have some big decisions to make. Right now, I urge you, in your breath, in your eyes, in your consciousness, invest in the importance of this moment and cherish it. I know, savor the taste of your triumphs today. Don't just swallow the moment whole without digesting what has actually happened here. Look down over what you conquered and appreciate what God has brought you through.
Hi guys, my name's Romana
and my name is Jan.
We're really excited to be bringing you guys this Eloquent documentary, giving you an insight into the behind the scenes drama and also highs and lows at Eloquent, just to give you an inspiring insight into what we do at our company and who we have involved.
The picture the frame us to see, but now we see it. It ain't no secret. No. Understand the truth about that question in your soul. Look up and look down in my hands. So
I know for a lot of parents and those involved with Eloquent, where there's just a drop off, we want to take you right behind. We want to take you right back. We want to give you a taster of what it's really like to be running a dance company.
Community organisation.
Yeah, basically.
I always like to say that because everyone sees Eloquent and thinks we are just a dance company because obviously it's in the name. But we launched as a dance company and didn't realise God was going to take us on this journey of becoming a community organisation and serving young people in so many other ways than just dance.
Definitely. We know that we touch in the hearts of many, and it's not just about them. We've touched our own hearts. We've seen the development of the youngsters, and so we just want to share the journey and where it all began to where we are now.
So let's go back to when we started. What was the vision for Eloquent, Mom?
There was no vision because we didn't know.
We're gonna come ask the founders and the top dance teacher. Why did you fund Eloquent? Or why did you decide to want to make a dance school? Why did you want to fund and help your daughter Romana to pursue her career and her dream?
Initially, we decided to put together a group that would perform in churches, christenings and events, and there was only going to be Romana and 2 other dancers, and we had no idea that it was going to come
We
to
didn't
this.
really have any expectations either. I think I really just remember us looking for a space to hold a class, not really knowing what we wanted that class to entail. We just know we wanted to keep God at the centre of our ministry and our company.
Go back to when you probably mentioned to me that you'd love to have a dance school, and I said that I wouldn't support a dance school that was just going to be secular. If you remember, I was like, no, if we're going to do it, the foundation of it has to be God-centered, if you remember.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not really interested in the whole God thing, so I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I had to say, if you want a dance school, you've got to come with the whole God-centered thing. I was like, we can't do it because I just knew it would be
I didn't
challenge.
see the importance of it. I mean, I grew up in church, but I hadn't found my relationship with God, so that to me was just like, okay, whatever, I went over my head. But it was only until I got baptised at age 17, then we were like, oh wow, okay, now let's do this.
Yeah. And then what happened was, we were going to Hansard Park the day, if you remember, to give out leaflets because we wanted more dancers to join the group that we'd obviously put together. And then you was like, well, we can't go Hansard Park and we haven't got a name to put on the leaflet. He was like, what name should we give it? And then it dropped in our spirits after some prayers.
Oh, yours.
etc.
I didn't get
and it dropped in my spirit that we should call it eloquent dance. Eloquent meaning eloquently performing, and that's where the idea came from. We had no idea that it would transpire to this. That we would be surrounded.
If God would have told me, I would have signed out when He told me.
We didn't know that was a contract, did we, man? No. Like the contract, the small print, God hid that. Very
We didn't
funny.
sign up to this.
So, ladies, what we want to do, we want to look back on where we've come from, because we've come a mighty long way, haven't we? And let's start off with Aston Manor. Aston Manor, where we hired the school.
Oh no, let's take it right back to the drum.
Oh Lord.
Lighthouse.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had like 15 dancers as opposed to now. How was that? What was that like for you guys, seeing the growth of the dancers?
I think when we started there, it was more like a humble beginning, really. It was everybody trying to get to know each other, trying to map out a vision that Romana and Jan, has on where they want to go.
Broadway, I felt, was a challenge in terms of it was almost like they wanted us there, but they didn't want us there.
Yeah.
I think we were challenged in terms of what we were doing,
Yeah.
the kids that we had going there, in terms of how we grew while we were there, because we started off with a small team and it just grew and grew. And I think the bigger we got, the more they did. If we felt as if they didn't want us there, so it's almost like everywhere we went, we outgrew.
Yeah.
Do you guys think being a predominantly black organisation was a part of all those challenges?
Yes.
Oh, certainly,
100%.
definitely.
Really, in Birmingham, we were one of the first,
Yeah.
maybe second, black schools. So that was a big challenge. It was all new to them, and it was it's the unknown, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to see us growing as well.
Okay, so we started Eloquent, we launched it, we didn't realise what it was going to become, and then it kind of took off in an instant. I mean, from when we started the first dance class in January, with about 12 to 15 dancers, we outgrew that space at the Lighthouse within 4 months, and then we were at a different school with 30 to 40 kids, and then each time we'd get a new space, we'd outgrow it.
Yeah.
So we had to keep moving and moving. It was crazy, and then eventually we said, okay, let's get our own studio. This was in 2017. So after 4 years of jumping...
But you know what? Let's talk about the jumping, because the jumping wasn't always of our own free will.
Yeah, sometimes we were pushed out.
We were pushed out, and for the reasons that we couldn't even pinpoint it, could we?
Being a black organisation.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's be real. Being a black
That's
organisation, raising young black kings and queens was very threatening.
So, quickly touch upon your relationship as mother and daughter doing this. One thing that just makes me kind of question, the question that I would ask is, so when you first thought about wanting a dance school, you had to be about 15, 16.
Yeah.
Who's raising her? I want my own dance school at that age. That's an incredible. This might sound normal to you two as a 15-year-old to have ambitions of wanting your own dance school and then doing it.
So, I feel like I was always a leader, but I was often told I wasn't using my leadership skills for the right reasons in school.
Yeah.
I'd often get drawn up by my mum and my dad, say, you're a leader, but if you're going to lead properly and lead for a good cause. Always told that. So I think launching Eloquent was me finally using my leadership skills for a good cause and leading people towards something positive and motivating. The whole purpose of our life is to find what we were created to do. Finding our calling is one of the most important moments of our entire life. For where your passion is, there your heart lies.
That's beautiful. Nice. And when was that for you? When was that for you? When was it that you thought, this is my purpose?
I think I was about 21 and I found exactly what I was created to do. I knew that I loved to dance, and sharing it with young people, teaching them, taking them abroad to compete. I was like, yeah, this is what I've been created to do, and I need to just do it well now. Plus, I'd been to a lot of dance schools and always used to be that token black girl that used to stick out. I never went to a dance school where I saw myself. So launching Eloquent for me was also giving other young black people the opportunity to see themselves and feel at home.
Come with melanin, got the heart, got the soul like Harriet. A queen since she born, that was evident. That's evidence of black excellence. I can tell a good dog when I'm petting him. Know that if I have his tribe, he protecting them. Mother of a child of God, I invest in them. Nutrition and brown milk in them. Young Rosa, young Luther, keep marching. Floodgates coming over, don't stop them. I know that life, it ain't easy. Your life, it matters, believe me. Roll out the fakes and the fries. It's hiding behind a facade. Young girls, stay rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. Can pull the hood out me, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. ATL bread, I'm rooted. Stay embedded in hard work, let him know ain't no trending in. Popping off on the charts, that's a better win than popping off in the streets, ain't no checking it. I can tell a good dog when I'm petting him. Know that if I have his tribe, he protecting them. Mother of a child of God, I invest in them. Nutrition and brown milk in them. Young Rosa, young Luther, keep marching. Floodgates coming over, don't stop them. That life, it ain't easy. Your life, it matters, believe me. Roll out the fakes and the fries. It's hiding behind a facade. Young girls, stay rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. Can pull the hood out me, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. ATL bread, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. Watch out, boy. You think you can pull me up out of my stems? Nah, me rooted in the soil. Me rooted in the melon. Young girls, stay rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. Pull the hood out me, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. I done plant my seeds, now I'm rooted. Brown skin popping, I'm rooted. ATL bread, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted.
So my name's Nathan Turner. I am a minister at the New Testament Church of God, the youth worker, and as part of Eloquent, I am a part of the advisory board.
Great. So now tell us, what role does the advisory board play in the leading for Eloquent?
So the advisory board are there as a supportive element for the leadership team and the delivery team. So we helped in decision making, we help in overseeing, safeguarding some of the financial decisions, and also helping in develop the leadership team as well. So we do team development and input in that respects as well.
Thinking about those beginning days in which you were part of the journey of Eloquent from way back at Holt School in the fetal stages. So what are your thoughts on the journey of Eloquent so far? And what is it like to be part of a great community that are putting input into young dancers?
First of all, I just want to say it's amazing. It's been, when I consider how far they've come in such a short space of time, it's been mind-blowing.
Hi guys, I'm Shamila, one of the assistant dance teachers at Eloquent.
Hi, my name's Tia and I'm also an assistant dance teacher at Eloquent.
It's definitely something that I love doing. Yeah, I wouldn't really change it for anything else.
Yeah, and being here so long, you've kind of watched them
grow, yeah.
like literally grow.
Some of them, like literally, I have pictures on my Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, these like have got so big now. Because like at the time, like for example, I watched a video on the Eloquent page the other day of the juniors. It was like the Cry Steppers dance, and this was only 3 years ago. And I literally remember the competition, I remember watching them. And then when I looked back on the video, and then I thought, oh my gosh, like these lot are like teenagers now, and it's so crazy how much they grow. But it's just a pleasure to see them grow and like build themselves as dancers as well.
So Dee, let's talk about the boys, because that is a challenge in itself. We haven't got as many boys as we have girls, thank the Lord. However, the managing of the boys' emotions, and I'd say is a lot more hands-on, because they can go from 0 to 100 in a quick hot minute. So just talk us through a couple of the experiences, or an experience you've had where you've had to manage a situation with them.
I think for the boys, they can be very boisterous, and especially when they're in a group together. When they're on their own, they're different characters, but together, collectively, they can be quite a handful. And it depends who's kind of leading that as well. Because some of the older ones, they would kind of tend to lead, and the younger ones will follow. I think for me, in terms of, I think just talking when they come in, just talking to them and just gauging where they're at. So just say, you know, how you doing, you know what I mean, a little bit of joke with them, just seeing where their minds are at, seeing what their moods are like. Once you've kind of captured that, then you can know how to kind of deal with them and know which one's going to kind of kick off or be quite quiet and be kind of silent, kind of thing. So it's just gauging their mood from when they come in.
Shaz, you've been with Eloquent from day dot. We've seen a whole heap. I'm still here, standing. So I'm always immensely grateful to every single team member. We are like family, and we graft through it. But for Akila and for Anne, you are new to Eloquent team, and we appreciate you. But just give us an insight. What's drawn you to? Because you guys have really been on point in supporting, and you know it's been hard for me, Shaz, and some of the others who have been with Eloquent from day one, because the hands-on that we have to do is a lot, and I don't think not everybody understands what goes on behind the scenes. You know, so just give us an insight. What has shocked you the most in regards to being part of the team?
I think for me, I like to help, and to be accepted as a helper and know that I can come here and just get to work. I loved that, but then it was what you gave back to me, which was love. So much love from you guys that I can't even express, and the way that you treated my child, I just felt like you'd given me a foundation which I didn't want to leave. I wanted to be a part of it and do whatever I can to support you. There's so much things I could say in regards to helping me as a mom, helping Joanna to grow up as an individual, the way that you've taught about identity and self-love and stuff. There's so much things I could just list so much. Why would I not want to be a part of it? So thank you.
I mean, to echo everything that Anne said, I think it is, and it feels like a small price to pay. Like I said, all the kind of family element of Eloquent and all that's poured into the children, it feels like to help out is a small price to pay back. And I had a really bad experience with Javon's previous dance school, where I was similar to Anne, a big helper, and I'd do anything to help, and I saw I was just going to drop off and pick up, and that was all. And then seeing, I was like, I'm not going to speak to anyone, so And seeing the love that was poured in that family feel, you just can't not gravitate towards it. And I think, like Anne said, just that love, that kind of overwhelming love and authenticity, I think. And the humour, it's just such a good environment to be in. It's good to say, even if it's grafting or cleaning the mirrors or mopping the floor. And so I think, it's a beautiful environment, and I think, like you said, Jan, in kind of the questions, our own kids don't always open up to you, so it's nice to know that, I guess our kids have got someone and other people that they can have an offload to, and then I might be able to kind of be that for somebody else's child as well, and just be a part of that foundation, that community. And you're just such a loving, it really is like a second family. So you'd be like, well, like Anne said, why would you not want to kind of be a part of it? And thank you for accepting me too.
Listen, I appreciate you guys, and I've always said that to give is also a gift. Not everybody's got that gifting, and God places that in many of us, and some of us don't run to the calling. But you guys are just on point. You guys are on point, and I appreciate you.
I'm here because I want to keep eye on the door.
That part too. That part too. She's too light. I have to run this joke. Shaz is too light. I have to run this joke, guys. So when Shaz first started Eloquent, never forget, we went on a trip and we was doing the tick charge. We're doing the tick chart, we got on the coach, and Shaz was like, right, everybody's here, let's go. All we heard was one of the team members shout in the background, we're just waiting on Elena. And she was like, oh! She'd left. She'd left her own door. She was like, oh yeah, Elena.
Hey, black child. Do you know who you are? Who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey, black child. Do you know where you are going? Where you are really going? Do you know you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey, black child. Do you know you are strong? I mean really strong. Do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey, black child, be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow, your nation will be what you want it to be.
So I'm Kimmy, I'm from Eloquent Praise Dance Company. I'm very enthusiastic, I'm very hyper, I'm very extra. I'm very fun, I'm always smiling. I love to dance, dance is my passion.
I'm Cerise and I'm 11 years old and I've been here since October 2018.
My name is Micah. I've been at Eloquent for 5 years now.
Hi, I'm Tiana and I've been at Eloquent for about my 4th year now. And as soon as I've been here for like 4 years, then obviously you can tell that I really enjoy coming here.
Hi, my name's Naya. I've been coming to Eloquent for like a year and a half now. Coming here is like, you get to learn different things, even with money and like church. They talk about different things, different topics, and yeah, it's fun.
For me, dance is like a family because when I come here, I don't feel that I have to be perfect when I'm dancing. I feel that I have to try my best and just enjoy. So it's always fun to be here.
So, what's your name and how old are you?
4 and I'm Tiana.
You're Tiana. And what do you love about dancing, Tiana?
Cartwheels.
Cartwheels?
My name's Jovan, I'm 14 and I've been at Eloquent for over a year now. And the things I like about Eloquent, it's like a big family. Like when you come here, you can talk to someone and it's quite bubbly, it's quite live, and you get to do loads of opportunities like Spain, Portugal, end of year shows, and I was lucky enough to be a star role at the end of year show last year.
Hi, I'm Nala, I'm 8 years old and I've been here at Eloquent for 2 years.
Hi guys, I'm Shima. I'm 17 years old and I've been at Eloquent since July 2014 when I started when I was 10 years old. I've been with Eloquent, I think I'm like one of the originals, and honestly I always think to myself, if I wasn't at Eloquent I don't think I would be the person that I am today, because we're not just a dance school, we're a family, and Man and Jen have helped me so much through the years.
My name is Maya Bushra. I'm 19 years old and I've been here for about 3-4 years now, I think.
Hi, my name's Ayana, aka Yan, and I have just celebrated my 5-year anniversary here.
Hi, my name's Kira. I've been here for about 3 years.
Hi, my name's Tori Morgan and I'm 13.
Hi, my name's Tarina Freeman and I'm 14.
Hi, my name's Makia Martin Moore and I'm 14.
Hi, my name's Alana Gardner and I'm 13.
And how long have you been with Eloquent?
Maybe I started Eloquent maybe February 2016 when I was there. First time. I think I remember the dates.
What are you enjoying about Eloquent?
I'm enjoying gymnastics for the past few years. Music video.
And yeah. So it's really like strange for us because obviously we watch you guys grow from little people to now obviously excelling in your gift and just doing incredible things. So how much do you feel you've grown? Like, think back to when you first stepped through the doors and to the person that you are now, the artist that you are.
I feel like I've grown a lot because I was shy. I still am shy, but I was very shy. And I was shy in dancing. I mean, personality-wise, I was kind of shy still, but dancing-wise, I was like really.
So who remembers when Kira reached?
I remember. It was the intensive. It was the intensive.
What was she like, young?
She did keep herself to herself, but probably because we were just loud and boisterous, and that's what it's like with everybody. Yeah. But then we were like, yeah, she was one of us.
Kira used to have her dad walk her into That's how timid Kira was.
That's spot on.
I used to watch you, don't
Kira used to have her dad bring her to the desk. Hi, what's your name? Kira. So timid.
Hello, yo, I'm AJ and I've been part of Eloquent since the beginning. Obviously, when I first saw Eloquent, I got told about it from a friend, and when I came to one of the sessions, I was there like, "Raw, this is nice, like, I can do this." So I came, and then, I can't lie, I was a bit shy, I didn't know anyone, so...
You was not shy.
I was shy.
You came in, I was doing splits, and you went, I can do that. You dropped into splits straight away, you was 12.
Was I?
You was not shy age.
I don't recur this, but I remember...
So I know this year, a lot of people are gutted that they don't get to see AJ in action. Do you realise you have that effect in the community?
Nah, I didn't actually realise it. I didn't think it was all that special, to be honest. Like, I'm just here, I'm just dancing into that, I'm just doing my own thing, so I don't actually see the impact, but probably see people seeing me, so it's a bit surprising sometimes.
How long have you been at Eloquent for, and how has it changed from when you started to now?
I've been at Eloquent since the start of 2016, and I think it's changed because we've done more things and we've done more experiences, and loads of new people have came, and it's just been a good time.
I think that Eloquent's grown because in 2014 it was more small, it was more like a family-based dance place, but now it's more like a corporation where there's lots of different people with different personas, different attitudes, and that we do different dance styles. We have more opportunities now, whereas 2014 was a bit more limited, but it's grown.
I've been here since 2014 as well, and I think Eloquent has grown a lot. We have also had some more people, and we've also had loads of different styles of dances. And before it was just kind of performing and rehearsing, but now we've done bigger things like going to Spain and that. So I think it's grown a lot.
Okay, hi ladies.
Hi.
Hi girls.
I used to dance before I came to Eloquent, but it was different because I didn't
actually speak to other dancers and have, like, I don't know, I wasn't connected with other people. It was just I went to dance and then I went home.
So, Christine, you originally come from London, don't you? So how has it been for you? How did you find Eloquent, and what's the difference that you've found between being in London and here now?
I found Eloquent through this girl that went to my church, and she told me, like, because I said, like, I wanted to do dance, and because I was new, she was trying to get me to meet people in Birmingham, and, like, finding it, I think it's been so good for me, because I'm, like, finding young people my age as well. And then, like, my old dance school, there wasn't many people that was, like, me, like, it was, like, white people and stuff, so dancing with people that are the same as you, like, I think that's really good as well.
Yeah, talk to us about the team dynamic.
Oh my
We don't like each other really.
Yeah. It's a facade. The amount of times we've had to, my mum knows as well, that's the thing, mum knows. She'll be like, no, she would have a conversation, she'll know, just sit down and
We don't think we're making it big, you know.
It's aminosity.
We're not going on stage until this is something. This that.
First day of Portugal, let's have that meeting, Mom was like, Maya's moody, what's going on with Maya? What's going on with you guys here? And I'm from with the rooms.
But then that's how you know that we're going to be friends for life.
I think the fallout is a key part of, you know, the success after.
Why?
I don't know, I just feel like it always happens.
Something has to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a plan.
We don't plan it, Jazz.
So you have to keep stressing there. It's a plan.
You know what?
Almighty God, we need
have a look at the last event that we had prior to the pandemic, which was Essex. So just talk me through what does behind the scenes look like? What are the plans and the preparation that we have to do when it's coming up to an event for the dancers, when they're going to an event basically?
Drink plenty of Lucozade. Sorry. Planning and preparation. This takes place weeks in advance. Sorting out costumes, uniforms, liaising with parents.
It was stressful for me, I know for a fact, because I have to do the costume, the sewing, and we had deadline that we have to meet and stuff like that. Sometimes it was, it was a sweaty moment.
Sweaty moment from the day they mentioned end of year show.
Yeah.
I've had things pop up on my timeline going back to days when we've been at Jan's house with the sewing machines out.
Oh my gosh,
sewing on my
sewing machines.
Oh man.
And the ironing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I learned skills of sewing then. I didn't know I could use a sewing machine.
And the thing is, I remember we'd say to my mum, "Oh, mum, we need some praise dance skirts and this." So for how many? 50? 50, 60.
Oh, more.
How many?
Just continuously.
We'd be down the market going to buy material and elastic and
and even designing t-shirts and spraying them. And
Essex was actually a good experience as well.
if we're referring back to Spain, that was sorting out flights and deposits and suitcases. There's such an array of things that need to be done. Spain was the last event that we had that we went to, and that was a huge amount of pre-planning. Gosh, we spent so much time on eBay, me and Jan did a man, just trying to sort out costumes and flights, and it was gosh, it was phenomenal, the amount of work that we had to put in beforehand.
Anyway, what about you guys? Because I know last year we had to train to go to Portugal. Was that your first time dancing abroad?
Yeah, it was.
So talk to us about that experience. What was it like?
It was weird because I didn't know what to expect. Like, it was like, okay, we're going to Portugal to dance. And then the more you thought about it, it was like, okay, we're going all the way to Portugal to dance. So it was a bit weird. To think about the routine that we were just doing at the old studio, that we were going to do that on a big stage in front of all those people. So yeah, it was so nervous.
How did you find it when we got there? What was the experience like?
I was like shocked because there was so many people around, and I was just thinking like, wow, and like, yeah.
We've been twice now. Why are you still not on board? I can't understand it. We've been to Spain. We took 44 dancers to Spain.
50?
They're 44. I remember the positioning.
Okay.
It's 44.
44 people.
And they got bronze medal. And then we went to Portugal. We brought less dancers in Portugal because we had more routines to create. We had 7 dancers. They did really well. We've come in top 7. So why do you not want to go to Dance World Cup again? When you listen to the dancers, it's the best experience.
It's their biggest experience. Amazing memory for them.
But you don't sleep.
Yeah, guys.
My best moment at Eloquent was Spain also. Like the experience of Spain, obviously it was our first world competition. It was actually like sick, and then the fact that we came third and how we done was amazing for our first time. And I think the most funniest moment was Essex going back on the coach, because obviously everyone was having rap battles. And it was actually funny and joyful.
Yeah. There was so many different types of dance teachers. We even got to, meet a different, I think it was a guest dance teacher, and now he comes to Eloquent every now and then, so we've actually got different contacts now because of that.
I actually really loved Essex, and it was so fun because like what Jess said, we got to stay in them camp things, and also we got to see like the judges also had different styles, so we could see and learn and like from their styles, and then we also did different styles when we were doing battles, and like that actually helped us with our dancing as well.
Yeah, and it was our last like full experience before lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What does conquer mean to you? Because I associate conquering with something big like a hill or a mountain, never with something small, the little achievements. Nobody is perfect, nobody has it all together. We just mask it better than others. Lockdown has been a blessing in disguise. People overcome the fear of starting that business, posting that picture, opening that building. But what about the people who overcame in silence, who defeated the depression and the loneliness of times, the anxieties of the unknown? We reflected and worked on ourselves. Conquering means to successfully overcome a problem or a weakness of any type, no matter how big or small. So, what does conquer mean to you?
I must ask, because you're all parents, which is great. So, during the pandemic, obviously the kids are on lockdown, and we underestimate what they go through, not being able to see their friends, not being able to come to dance, etc. It's affected all of us. But as parents, with your child not being at dance, and now that we're back at dance, what difference have you seen in them?
So it's definitely an appreciation for dance. I think you might have took it for granted before because it was just the norm, and having the virtual sessions was really good because they still got to keep it up, but it just wasn't the same as physical contact. So I think I've seen how much he appreciates the relationships he's built here, because as kind of Sharon said on that launch day and the first day coming back, just the sound of the kind of the cheers and that kind of coming together, just how much it's needed, and that it's not just dance, it's kind of a part of his life and routine, and it's like a core part of his foundation.
Yeah. How was lockdown for you?
It was kind of difficult.
It was fun, but sad at times because I get to see my friends.
And then like I couldn't be able to come to dance and like be around everyone and like have fun again, because we're at home. Even though we were doing it on Zoom, it was still not like as usual. Yeah.
Cool. So looking at lockdown, obviously we've been in COVID and it's just been crazy, but many of you, Daggy and Shy especially, you got to film some projects during lockdown. What was that like?
Personally, I think it was like a sense of belonging, because when we done the Black Parade, I really felt like I was in something that I've never really been in before, and I had a new opportunity to do something that not many people get to do, so I was kind of like really thankful, and it felt like really nice.
I feel like because it had been a while since we've all seen each other, and because of quarantine and lockdown, it was nice to see everyone again and to be able to dance again. It was really nice.
At the beginning of like lockdown, it didn't really affect me, so I was like, okay, I'll be at dance in the next 2 weeks or something. But then it was like however many months, and I was like, not getting fat, but like, I'm getting fit. I'm gaining weight, I'm eating all this food.
Let's look at becoming a conqueror. Obviously we've entitled the film Conqueror, and we have conquered so much over the past couple of years of Eloquent, but I think this year's been our hardest year. I don't know how you feel.
It's been our hardest, but it's also been very rewarding.
Yeah, very actually.
Very rewarding when we look back.
Like the most rewarding year, do you think?
I'd say so. Definitely. Because when anything that we do, we always have the dancers in mind.
At the
from
forefront,
from the very beginning, how will this work for the dancers? How will this work for them? What does it look like? Will they see this? What will they see from that? That is always the key topic. But the first topic is always, is it what God wants for us? What does it look like? Is this what He's gearing for? So yeah, I would say that this year's been challenging, but most accomplished, you know.
So let's then go to the birth of the art centre, which we're in today.
And now, just to prove that it's not all doom and gloom in these COVID-affected times, a new arts building has opened its doors today. The Eloquent Arts Centre in Aston is aiming to give artists and businesses from the Black, Asian and minority ethnic communities a space to grow and develop.
Okay guys, so we're now in our new home, the new Eloquent home, which is based at Eloquent Arts Centre. some huge changes to what we had before, and you're all parents. That's the greatest thing. So, what I'm going to ask, I'll ask you first, Shaz. What's it been like having the dancers back compared to where we were before?
Oh, it's been wonderful. The day when we had the opening, their faces all just lit up. And then the first day when we come back and they were all back dancing, and I just opened the door and looked at them and I just thought, gosh, all the hard work is worth it when you see the look on their faces, when they come through that door buzzing.
Yeah.
It's just such an achievement, and it really does make you feel like, you know, we mind about the work at the time because it's sort of it's hard work getting I mean, even leaving the old place to come into the new place, again, coming here, it was a constant, probably like the old place, a 5-day in every evening, going to work, coming back here in the evening, and it was a 5-day, 6-day trial.
So, what was your reaction when you first saw the new Eloquent art space?
Whoa. I thought it was really nice. I just liked how brand new it looked.
When we got there already, felt like home already.
That's nice.
It was like a fresh start. Like, it was definitely a whole fresh start for the whole of Eloquent.
There's different rooms, like the different things and the different like people that the rooms represented. I found it very interesting.
What was your reaction when you first saw the new Eloquent Art Centre?
I was amazed of what they've done from one studio to separate studios and music studio and all these other places that you can go to, and there's a cafe, you know, instead of it just being you have to stand in front of the office.
Even when I heard we were getting a new studio, I was like, no, this is mad, because we went from like where we was before, and we're kind of becoming bigger, and I was like, this is Eloquent growing, so it's kind of like really nice.
In the midst of the pandemic, we actually looked at the lease of the previous building, and it was coming to a close. And we decided, and we took the plunge that we was going to hand back the keys and seek a new building. So, just explain to everybody, what was it like renovating the studio back to how you found it in the midst of the pandemic? Because we had a lot to turn around in that short space of time.
Stressful.
Yeah.
It was really stressful. We were under not a lot of time. I think it was less than a week, and there was a lot of work to do, and we were literally there every day for 5-6 days straight, painting, ripping out, putting back together. It was stressful, really stressful.
The thing is, we were decorators, we were painters, we were every god thing, you know. And the fact is, we had to go to work at the time.
Yeah.
Some of us, and you know, and it was a time factor more than anything else. You know, making sure that that building was exactly how we found it.
Yeah.
So that was really difficult.
I think as well, it was that thing of just, it was never ending. I remember sort of coming back on the days that I did and thinking, what had we done? Because it seemed like we had
nothing was moving.
Nothing was moving. You know, that feeling of like it was just never ending. And where did all the stuff come from? We were in this little studio, and it just seemed to hold everything.
So much stuff.
And it just felt very overwhelming at times.
It was really funny seeing some of our, you know, colleagues climbing on ladders and stuff.
I was going to say there was a fun side to it.
Yeah.
We had some belly laughing.
So when we talk about being a conqueror, I guess some people have always asked me, have we ever reached a point where we've just wanted to give up?
Yes.
Answer to that, my people, is yes.
I remember there was one year of Eloquent which I just found really tricky. I think 2018 was my hardest year at Eloquent, and I actually didn't want to do it anymore. Do you remember?
Yeah, we'd actually decided
we were going to stop.
We were going to stop. We even wrote an email to the property people and said, could you tell us what the notice period is?
Oh yeah, we were going to serve notice and stop.
Yeah.
I think at that point, 2017 and 2018, it got to a point where we were serving the community so much, and the backlash
that we got
from our own culture just broke me that year. So, after that end of year show, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's amazing to see Eloquent," I just wanted to go home and cry.
No, we did.
No, we did. I think I got home.
Going, we did.
I cried for 2 days, and then I flew out to Egypt to make myself feel happy again.
No, what we actually did, we went home and we cried, and we didn't. Obviously, there were some people who were, you know, sharing the love and sending messages, but we didn't receive it because we were so hurt.
We didn't imagine that our culture would be so difficult.
And you know, we've got to talk about it because it's happening, isn't it?
Something that needs to be addressed.
It's got to be addressed. We are so quick to knock each other down when we are trying to learn and when we are experiencing. Because there's no handbook how to be a parent. There's no handbook how to be a leader. So imagine we're doing something new. We're serving and serving from our hearts, and it was like pow, pow, pow. We were getting knocked. Yeah.
Mars made a mistake.
Pow.
Big jab.
Jan said this. Boom. You know what I mean?
Their mother and daughter.
Pow. And the nuts were, honestly, I felt it, and yeah, I cried.
Coming from a spiritual side, because that's the core of what we do. As much as the dancers perform and they dance to lots of different types of music, and I always get backlash for that. The way in which God is the centre of Eloquent is through the culture. So we're not pushing Christ onto these young people. It's in the culture, it's in what we do. We'll have devotion sessions, it will be through the songs that we use, it's through the way that we address them, how we walk, in the purpose. It's the culture of Christ that we want them to see. We want them to see it modelled. It's not necessarily pushed down their throats. And we give them choice. This is what I like about the work we do, Mum. We give them choice to have a bit of praise dance, a bit of hip hop, a bit of commercial, a bit of lots of different styles. But then they have the culture of Christ when they come to Eloquent. So when they get to an age, they're then able to say, let me make my decision.
Just doing praise dance, would you be here?
No. I think...
Elaborate.
Truthfully.
No, just be honest.
Be honest. When we first started, we were young, so we were only like just learning, it was for fun. But now that we're older, we can...
Say professionals.
Yeah, Man's like training us to become professionals, and they're not gonna want just praise dancers. So we still, that is the main thing that we do.
It's the core.
Yeah, but we need to like go off and do other styles so we can book the jobs.
Yeah.
And get out there in the
It's
world.
also that like we are growing up now, and yeah, praise dance will forever be the core of who we are, our core values and everything. But we are in the 21st century, and we are surrounded by loads of different factors in life.
Yeah.
So yes, God praise and everything is in the middle, but there's this as well, there's this as well, and there's this as well that makes us who we are.
I've got another question, because obviously you guys are big people now.
Yeah.
And I often get questions like, why are the girls dancing so maturely in heels? I don't agree with the girls dancing in heels, etc. And obviously I defend why I have you training in heels, because I'm in the industry, I know what it is. But how do you defend when you have to dance as a mature young woman?
It's life, like if you're in the dance industry, you're going to see these things. Like it's not a thing of we're doing it because we want to be over sexualized, we want to be, you know, look, I can shake. You get it? It's not that. It's the industry. If you're gonna go into the industry and then be shocked when people are dancing in heels and doing all sorts, then not meant for you.
Yeah, and a lot of people, a lot of dancers dance in heels now. So if we don't train at all in heels and then we go out there and we can't dance in heels, that's gonna like.
It's like if we go LA or something and there's a class and then.
So I think it's good that we're learning from now, because not a lot of teenagers are doing heels.
Yeah, we're not doing it as something that's like sexual.
We're doing it for like.
Yeah, it's not for that reason.
Tell them, yeah.
It's not. It's not for that reason. We don't go into class and realize, oh, we're gonna do this for that. That's why we're gonna do it. That's not the reason at all. It's training. It's versatility. Versatile dancers are working dancers.
Amen.
Period.
Just tell us, what does Eloquent mean to you?
Family.
Home.
Yeah, home. Second home.
Second nature.
Support. It's support.
It's everything under one.
Everything under one.
It's family.
Okay.
We love it out there.
Eloquent is like a family to me because it helps me to reach my dream.
What Eloquent means to me is like a second family, and like if you got problems, talk to them and that, and like they help you out, mentoring and that. And yeah.
Eloquent is not just dance, it's like a family, and it's also somewhere I can build my confidence.
Eloquent is the confidence I need to become a better dancer and to have more confidence in myself.
Eloquent is like family to me. They help me and encourage me to do good and try my best in all things. They also help me stay strong when I'm feeling down.
Eloquent is a family. They're very loving and supportive, and they never leave anyone out. They're important to me because they've made me reach new levels of confidence since I've joined.
Eloquent is like a second home to me. It's a place where I not only learn to dance, but it's a place where I can get closer to God, learn new skills like how to improve my character, how to improve my finances, and just how to become a better person. It preps me for life and just preps me to be the best version of me. So yeah, to me, Eloquent is not just a dance school, but it's also like a second home.
Eloquent is a loving dance company that brings the youth of today together to create excellence and to display the gift that God gave us.
Eloquent is a place to have fun and express yourself. Eloquent is also like a second home. Eloquent is also a place to look for mentoring.
Eloquent is fun, hard work, but you'll always make new friends.
Eloquent's like my second home. Like everyone there's one big family.
Is a family and most importantly a support system. I'm thankful to have people in Eloquent around me because as well as vibes in, we just click.
Eloquent is a place where I can express myself through dance, which also helps me to relax. It offers me many opportunities to develop myself in different areas of my life, such as managing my money.
Eloquent means dance and friendship to me, and it's my passion.
Eloquent is a place where you can be yourself and not get judged. They also help you in growth of faith and help you manage money.
Eloquent is like a safe home. Like everyone there is just like family. Like if I was going through any problems, like I'd have someone to talk to. Like Ma and Jan, the board. Like there's a lot of supportive people there. And say if I came to dance like one day, not feeling too good, I'll probably end up leaving there happy because like they're just like family and just lighten my mood all the time. Like I actually really like it there.
Eloquent is family support and freedom. Support in the way they encourage you to do new things, family in the way they meet and greet you, and freedom from all the nice violence you hear about every day.
Eloquent Praise is a great place to learn life skills, boost your confidence, and make you the best version of yourself. All of these things can be done by dancing, mentoring, and devotion lessons that we have on a weekly basis.
Eloquent is amazing and lots of fun.
Eloquent is where I am confident when I dance and where I have made a new family.
Eloquent is a place that helps me build my confidence.
Eloquent means to me that friends and family and dance is all you need.
He's we say Eloquent our family, dog. Eloquent's family. We dance as a unit. We are there together and always positive. Eloquent's family.
Eloquent is a refuge and an escape for many people because 2 to 3 times out the week we're able to escape reality and the hardships of our life to come to a family who accepts us no matter what. The fact that we can wear our hair down, looking messy with no eyelashes on and still be respected and treated the same. That's why I love my family.
Yeah. Love that. I don't think I've ever been that quiet.
Really?
Keep talking. I'm joking.
Recording, by the way. Mike said he was ready and people are asking whether I'm shining.
Yeah, but
these are the conversations we have as a team. Right, are we ready, ladies?
We are.
Okay.
Ready and shining.
Brilliant.
Because the experience and everything what happened. What would she say?
What was I saying? You want my opinion now?
We'll have to talk now.
You see, look, you see, you just get tossed. But now.
I'm going to do that again. When you're speaking up, don't worry, just be loud. As if you know when you're with your friends in school and you're like, oh my god! I know that you know I can do that. I know you.
You should, because I know obviously you've been here from the beginning, so you've seen lots of people come, lots of people go. What's your take on how you've grown? And then how do you guys think she was grown? So let's do like two flip sides. What do you guys think seeing She's like journey up to now?
I think she's calmed down a bit more actually. No. She used to be this money hopping all over the studio.
A bit.
There's no passing that she. You wish. That's the problem. That's very young and raising an entrepreneurial young woman. You. Oh, ouch.
He's really doing a
that name? How long you been here?
We'll start with you, yeah.
Are you gonna ask?
Let's try again. Action.
Ask the question. No more. Ask the question.
15 years old and I've been at Eloquent for 5 years. My name's Lakai. I'm 14 years old.
I should let you You rather need to punch her. I'm gonna cry.
Listen that. No.
Go for Micah, let's run it again. So chemistry. Lads, please.
You're taking this long.
Action.
So my name's Mike and I've been at Eloquent for 15 years.
15 years?
Oh my god.
Okay.